I had a clear conscience in knowing that I came home and really voiced and tried to do what I had to do for my constituents, because they are the constituents. And it's not about me, it's about my people. And when I say my people, I have to really emphasize that I still have City of Gallup, and I also have the Navajo Nation. So when I say my people, that's why my intent is both City of Gallup and the Navajo people. There was a high percentage of my voters that really thought that I represented them. And I think they realize and they know that it was bipartisan. It had nothing to do with, like I said before, it had nothing to do with Democratic Party and nothing to do with Republican Party. It's what the voters wanted us to do. Again, I'm going to say let's take care of our citizens here in the state of New Mexico as well in the United States before we take care of other countries' needs. And I'm not trying to say that I'm being harsh. I am very compassionate, but I feel that the other countries should really take that into consideration, that they do need to take care of their people. Look at what's going on in Washington, D.C. The Democrats are fighting against Republicans, and they're not compromising. And I'm so afraid that I don't want that to happen here in New Mexico. But it seemed like I'm targeted, and it's where Representative Jeff, went against her own Democratic Party. Well, let's look at the other Democrats who voted in favor of a lot of the Republicans' agenda.
Do you feel a little lonely?
No, I think that if I stand for what my people expect out of me, that comes with it. And so, in doing so, if I'm a loner, so be it. Like I said, I'm here for my constituents.
Has there been any thought in your mind about maybe switching parties or maybe going independent like Andy Nunez did?
No, I hear some of my colleagues and some of my constituents tease me and tell me, why don't you go independent? But no, I am a Democrat, and I will stay a Democrat. And some of my colleagues say, well, what did you negotiate? The only thing that I could say that I would love to negotiate is please help my constituents. My constituents in my area in the Northwest, part of the state, I feel that we're not really getting what a lot of the other districts are getting as far as, capital outlay, because, the Native Americans put in a lot into the tourism, billions, of money, and why aren't we getting sufficient funding in our area? Education, the funding for education, healthcare. So those are my concerns, and I just will hope that she sees that as a governor and really focuses on helping a lot of the rural New Mexicans, because we need help too. We're hurting. I'm always going to say the Rio Grande corridors, they take much of it. And so I'm just kind of more or less saying let's compromise, let's help the others out as well.
When I talked to you the other week or so, you mentioned the possibility of a Navajo Tea Party. Could you expand on that?
I just kind of jokingly said, I think now we need to have a Navajo Tea Party so that we can come to consensus, because, like I said, what's going on in Washington, D.C., I just don't want to see that here within our state, because, I think that people are getting tired. The citizens here in New Mexico are getting tired. They want us to do their work. They want us to represent them. They want us to bring forth solutions. They want us to compromise. And why is it so hard for us to do that? But I wish that we could really do the works of the people and not personal agendas. Because we're not here for ourselves. We're here for constituents. And the last thing that I really want to say is, though I represent my people, I always was told it's up above that. That we always have to look at, because he's got the power over all of us, and I just think that if we do his works, I think that everybody would feel comfortable, and we could finally be where New Mexico should be, especially with the unemployment, with our health care, with our education.
Sandra Jeff, thank you very much.
Thank you.